Hey everybody, it's week 11 Major League Baseball for 2017. So an exciting week 10 that we'll go over. First off, before I do that, I just want to say shout out to Toby. He's been following me for a while now and really giving me a lot of feedback, and I really enjoy that. So thank you for doing that, and it just makes everything worthwhile when you see more and more folks starting to follow and enjoy it, and we're having a good time with this. And I'm just glad that it's able to help everybody right now. So hopefully it'll keep going like this and staying strong, and we can finish the season strong. So like I said, there's a lot to go over this week. Going back over week 10, we started out the week with the Braves against the Phillies. It took us to our first C bet, so we'll get to that in just a second. The A bet was minus 125, and it lost. The B bet was minus 115. We had to risk 2.58 units to win 2.25, and it lost. So on Wednesday, we had our first C bet, and it was actually the heaviest juice of the three at minus 137, causing us to have to put up 6.63 units to win 4.84. That game, I know I was nervous all day leading up to it, and even halfway through the game. So I think going into the fifth, we were up 1-0. And then the Braves just started getting it together and playing hard, and the bats started coming alive and ended up winning 14-1. So that was a huge game for us. I know I rode on a high all day Thursday and leading into Friday, so that was pretty cool. The other play was the Mariners against the Blue Jays on Friday night. It was the Mariners were underdogs, so we took the run line plus 1.5 at minus 159. So I know that's a little above 150. It's really a discretion thing if you want to play that. I try to stay below 150 on the first game, just simply because that can turn into a lot, if you do have to go to a C or even a D bet. So this was pretty close though. The Mariners have been really good to us, just like they were Friday night. We had them as the underdog on the run line, minus 159. They won outright, beating the Blue Jays 4-2. So that was a big deal. The Mariners are 4-0 this year as far as units won for us. They're 3-1 in A bets and 1-0 in B bets. So they've been strong for us. Hopefully they'll continue to do that. I know we've got them at least one other time, maybe a couple more, and hopefully they cash on those as well. Week 10 added series, we had the Cubs sweeping the Cardinals, the Rangers sweeping the Astros, and the Cardinals getting swept again by the Reds. So the Cardinals had a pretty rough streak. Baseball is a regression to the mean sport. And what I mean by that, if you don't know, it's when teams go in a streak, good or bad, look for them once they start going the opposite direction to get better and better or worse. So what I mean is if somebody is winning a lot of games, then once they start losing, like the Astros, for instance, I think they went 11 or 12 games in a row. They lost a game. In the last 5 games, they've been 2-3 in those games. So as you can see, they're coming back towards the mean. Teams like the Cardinals, who got swept twice this week, they'll get better. Okay, so teams do not sustain that for a long period of time. So it's actually a good thing. Like we have 2 sweeps here. They play the Cubs in July, and they play the Reds in August. So they've got plenty of time to get better, get on some 500 baseball, and hopefully be streaking in the positive direction when we get to that point. Moving right along to week 11. So week 11, potential plays. We've got 2 on Monday, and just to be honest with you, I don't think either one is going to be a play. The White Sox are playing the Orioles. The White Sox are at .483. The Orioles are at .531. So you can see there's a huge gap and only a couple days to make it up, so I don't think that's going to be a play. The Rangers are taking on the Astros also on Monday, and the Rangers are .490 and the Astros are .552. So, and also the Astros are the top team in the RPI rankings. So don't forget that we don't bet against a team in the top 3 unless we have a team that we're betting on is also in the top 3. So that's probably not going to be a play, those 2. But Thursday has 3 potential plays. The first one is the Angels against the Royals. The Angels are .500 against the Royals at .493. So I really think that as long as both of them play 500 baseball or the Angels even get better, that will be a play. The next probably will not. It's the Giants against the Rockies. The Giants are at .480 and the Rockies are at .538. So I don't see that being a play, but the third I do. The Tigers are at .499 against the Rays at .512. So you can see that it's only 13 points away. It's within the 15 that we need. So hopefully those two teams will, play 500 baseball or whatnot and get to Thursday, and it'll be a play for us. So I at least think we'll get 2 plays there on Thursday, I hope. And then Friday, we have the Padres against the Brewers. The Padres are .480 and the Brewers are .501. So it's right outside that range that we need at 21 points. So we need them to get 6 points better. So hopefully the Padres go on a little run here this week, get a little better, and that way they'll be able to play on Friday. And the last thing I want to talk about is the year-to-date record. So on A bets we're 8-3, on B bets we are 2-1, and now on C bets we are 1-0. We have not had a D bet. And the D bet, of course, if you think about it, it's the 4-game series. So if, like the Braves, if they had lost that C bet, it would have been a lot of units to play, but we would have had the D bet available. So hopefully we don't ever see a D bet. That would be a lot of units. And I know that if you guys have got a medium size or small size bankroll, you don't want to put a lot of that on. And really, even if you have a large bankroll, you don't want to be messing with a D bet. It's just a lot of risk for really a small reward of 1 unit in the overall scheme of things. So hopefully we can avoid those. We've got a lot of 4-game series this week. And also we're up 11 units in 10 weeks. So finishing up the 10th week, we're up 11 units. That's obviously an average of 1.1 units per week. So that's a pretty good average, I think, and I'm very excited about it. I think that going into the 11th week and 12th week, it's a lot of good things to come. This week we've got, obviously, we went over the 6 total plays or potential plays. That's a lot for a week, so I don't know if we'll have another week that will be as many potential plays. We're going to have some that I think we've got a couple weeks coming up that have like 3 or 4 plays, potential plays in them. So good things to come. Right now we set at 28 possible plays to come up. So if we even get half of those with the 11 plays units we've won, look at that, it's 25 units. So even a $10 better is looking at $250 end of the season. So the season, as far as this system, will end on August the 10th. We'll not be playing the series that start on Friday, August the 11th. Reasons being the system generally closed down and stopped around mid-August. And also I've got somewhere that I have to be on the 12th. So just personally, it'll be shutting down a week ahead of what it usually does, or a few days ahead of what it usually does. But I will continue to post these. Hopefully every week we continue to put up a video. And like I said at the start of the video, I really appreciate the feedback. I love talking to you guys and going over different things. One thing for today, on Saturday the 10th, is there are 2 doubleheader games. So one thing I've talked about a couple weeks ago in a video was the team that wins the first game has more times than not lost the second game. So look at the team that loses and look to bet them on the second game. That's completely outside the system. That's just a trend that I've seen. Feel free to play that. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter and talk about that. And also on the website, you can actually join my website and it's obviously free to join and post, on the forum on each one of these blogs. You can post comments and talk about it, or Twitter, or of course on YouTube you can post comments. So guys, please continue to hit me up and let's make this thing better and better. And if you see any tweaks that need to happen to the system or ways to get better, even better than what we've been fortunate enough to do so far, hit me up on it. There's always ways to get better at these things, and I am in no way of doing these as, charging people for plays. So this is completely, to me, like a group thing, group project, I guess. And I just want to say thank you at this point in the season. And I will see you next week. Thanks.